Chuck Berry had to sue the Beach Boys to get credit for Surfing USA. The Rolling Stones openly credit black artists.
That was a great song! Everybody deserves it! Surfing USA, bros! That wasn't even theirs!
I'm too tryna turn up. 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 I'm too tryna turn up.
Whenever a white rapper starts trending, I always kind of give them the side eye. This isn't because white rappers are bad. It's just that 9 times out of 10 they might be a culture vulture. So
okay. Cause I'm gonna be honest, bro. Look, when Post Malone first came out, I don't even remember how old I was, gang. I know I was, you know what I'm saying? I know I was in school, obviously. Bro, I didn't get really no iffy vibes from Post Malone, G. I thought he was just, you know what I'm saying, a wigger. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I thought he was just a wigger. That's it, that's all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't really get no iffy vibes from Post. Jack Harlow, I didn't get wigger from him. I got white guy. I just thought it was a white guy that was rapping. You feel me? I didn't get culture vulture, none of that. I just thought he was a white guy, right? White guy who just raps, likes to rap, loves to rap. Shit like that. Yeet. I don't even think Yeet white. Ain't he like Hispanic? That's like our cousin a little bit. For real. If he just want to be 100. But you know what, bro? Let's get back into it. Let's see what he's talking about.
We all know Post Malone, right? I remember when White Iverson first came out. This is my freshman year in high school. I remember I was playing Black Ops 3. I seen the video. Yeah. I was like, okay, this dude pretty cool. He dressed up as Allen Iverson, got the braids in. He's just a light-skinned black fella. Well, I was wrong. He was a full-blown Caucasian man. And at the time, it was nothing wrong with it. I was like, okay, yeah, he just probably grew up around black people. He got the swag, you know, got the black swag because he was around. Fast forward to today, and this is him. A complete.
Oh, shit. I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't listen to none Post Malone today. The only song I listen to Post Malone by Post Malone is Whatever's Huh. You feel me? That's all I listen to, bro. This is crazy. I don't be in pop culture like that, alright? The most pop culture I'm finna get into is what I'm finna watch with you guys, alright? I don't get into pop culture, bro. All this shit ain't nothing but a distraction anyway. But shit, fuck it, we finna be distracted together.
180 from where he started. So this is the problem with a lot of white rappers that we see, or white musicians in general. I didn't mean to put rapper. A lot of them use black like culture to kind of get their foot in the door, and then once they get to where they need to be, they just forget about it.
I know I'm pausing a lot, bro, but think about it. Why are they doing that? Why do people do that? Why? It's simple, bro. Black people show the most love. We simply do. Black people show more love than white people, Mexicans, Japanese people. Bro, black people genuinely show the most love. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad that we can't show that love to ourselves and to our own community. But bro, let a white person, let a Hispanic person try to come in a rap scene. Oh, we finna turn him up. Cause hold on, don't let it sound good. He's finna be the biggest thing in the rap scene until he's moving on to whatever the fuck I guess Post Malone doing. No bull.
And that's because as black people, we are so supportive. Black culture is so influential. So like when they see like maybe an outsider doing it, it catches a lot of attention. But then it's like on the same page, let's say Beyonce, she tries to pivot to country. It's like access denied, but they can do it to us. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all see the frustration? Now there is another rapper out right now named Ian. And you know, he got some pretty hard songs. I was bumping Brody's stuff. Now
I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. Ian ain't that bad. I kind of rock with Ian. Now, what he finna tell me about Ian that I don't need to be liking?
He hasn't fully did what Post Malone did yet, but I can see it coming.
Damn, I'm on my Britney shit. Oops, I hit again.
Everybody know about this shit. We finna go again. Okay, yeah.
Damn, I'm on my DJ Khaled shit. We the best.
Facts. Whoa! Ho, 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 ho! Oh, shit.
Oops, I hit again. Damn, I'm on my...
Like, y'all saw how this immediately came on. I'm like, okay, hold on. Y'all know we all remember this from the double triple XL. You know what I'm saying? Ian went crazy. Right? We all remember this. I didn't see what I'm about to see in a couple seconds.
My DJ Khaled shit, we the best.
Who the hell you getting on the phone with? We don't talk about it, you just pop it on me.
The pivot is...
Man, what the fuck are you even talking about?
Who the hell you getting on the phone with? We don't talk about it, you just pop it on me.
The pivot is pivoting.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad he made this motherfucking video. Ian? What are we doing, Ian? What is that? That shouldn't even sound good, my nigga.
The Post Malone method remains undefeated. The Miley Cyrus method remains undefeated.
I forgot about Miley Cyrus. She did it too.
We ain't got to speak about Miley. We ain't got to speak about Miley, bro. We ain't got to, because technically Miley really came up in Disney Channel first. You feel me? Like, and she had everybody in a chokehold. Not just the black community. She had whites, Mexicans, whoever had Disney Channel in the 2000s. Man, she had everybody in a chokehold, bro. No, she ain't do nothing.
Hell yeah, Miley. I remember she was at the Super Bowl twerking and shit. Damn, Miley.
The Justin Timberlake.
But Miley was like a white girl doing like rock music and pop shit. Then it became like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Blake method remains undefeated. Ian is a rapper who came into prominence within the last couple of years. People have always had mixed opinions about his music because it's undeniably influenced by early and late 2000s Atlanta. It's like if Asher Roth grew up listening to Jeezy and Migos. And there's nothing wrong with that on its own. We have the examples of Mac Miller, Action Bronson, you know, that. The issue, though, is that these kinds of artists are really the minority.
Long live Mac Miller, man. They don't make white boys like him no more.
What we see happen more often is non-black artists using black music to build a name or a platform and then immediately pivoting away from black music.
Yes, we see it
But
all
I think
the time.
we're seeing from Ian is something we've seen happen time and time again in American music. And the problem
something is telling me that the song that they're playing from Ian is fucking garbage. That's all I can think about right now, bro. I'm not really worried about nothing they're talking about. I'm looking at these clips from Ian's YouTube video on that country shit, and that shit look fucking garbage. That's all I'm saying.
Two-way street. Post Malone can get accepted in black music and then go country, but Beyonce can't be a black artist and do the same.
Right.
Miley Cyrus did a bunch of songs.
What you mean, though? Wait, bruh. Now, I'm gonna be honest, bro. If Beyonce did this a little earlier, if she made the pivot earlier on, bro, it would have went crazy. It would have went stupid. If she would have pivoted like that earlier in her career, nigga, she would have been cool. It would have been no problems. It wouldn't have been no, oh, Beyonce can't this and that. It would have been none of that. It's just the fact that Beyonce has been where she is for so long, and out of nowhere, she's making a country song, and she even get a reward for that? Come on now, let's be real.
Songs, but Mike Will made it and twerked on Robin Thicke to break away from the Disney image, just to drop 6 country rock or alternative albums, and then go on Monica Lewinsky's podcast to talk about it as one of the most troubling times of her life.
That's the thing, bro. That is the thing. Let me explain.
As you can see, bro, I'm uneducated. Don't even say that to me, bro.
Explain something to y'all. Whenever, for example, it was this trend going around where it was like white people. It was like everybody was doing it, but I remember white people doing this. But Young Boy was about to go on concert, so everybody was like, "This isn't me going. This is my past self going." And like it'll be a picture of them with a whole bunch of black people when they was listening to Young Boy, and then it's like present day. They're dissing their self from black people. So it's like as black culture, black people like being around us is related to like a rebellious stage in their life. It's a negative connotation.
Which that's good and fine. She was running around like she was on drugs the whole time. But at least the problem for me is she didn't have to go to black music to act ass like that.
Yeah, like
she could have put out Wrecking Ball and skipped the Juicy J feature if that was the plan the whole time.
Right.
And it didn't just start with Hannah Montana. Segregation used to go further than just water fountains. There were stations that simply would not play music from black artists, so record labels would literally get a white person to sing the song in order for it to get played everywhere.
What?
That's the same business model that brought America Elvis. His first single was a cover of That's All Right by Arthur Crudup. And his longest ever charting single was a cover of a song by Big Mama Thornton called Hound Dog. Stations refused to spin from black artists.
That's crazy! Bro, just think about that. Everyone that pretty much... You know what, bro? I ain't even got to talk about it, my nigga. He just fucking put it in words and writing. Oh, man, no, bro. That's kind of wild when you think about it. Because, bro, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the light bulb. Apparently that was a black dude who did that. And the white dude just took everything and was like, this mine's now. Right? That's what I heard. Like, come on, bro.
I didn't know this happened.
The second they could give the credit to a white one. This went on way beyond the 50s and before. Chuck Berry had to sue the Beach Boys to get credit for Surfing USA. The Rolling Stones openly credit black artists.
That was a great song! Everybody did Surfing USA. Bros! That wasn't even theirs! That wasn't theirs!
Credit for Surfing USA. The Rolling Stones openly credit black artists. The group name is a Muddy Waters reference. And don't even get me started on the Beatles. The Post Malone method is just this evolved. The method is so established, other countries like Korea took the blueprint and built K-pop with it. The earliest groups were doing 90s R&B for Korean audiences. They even had a Korean usher in the early 2000s. While I'm not surprised to see it from Ian, I am surprised to see the method still going strong. I've gotten to the point where I give a lot of...
And nobody has caught on to the shit but the people? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I feel like now, it don't even matter. Facts. It doesn't even matter. You know why? Because clearly, if we're making TikTok videos about it, this nigga ain't the only one that peeped that, right? It's clearly starting to be a little known amongst everybody about the whatever the fuck method niggas talking about. But clearly we okay with it. We are clearly fine with it. Because we're still doing it. We still allow it. We see it coming a mile away. We still be like, fuck it. Let's just let them rock out. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, bro. Sure.
These new artists, 2 projects before I take them seriously. If they're not calling that era a phase and the music is genuinely good by then, you know, maybe I'll give it a shot. But I can't contribute, you know, in good conscience to the success of the Post Malone method, knowing how it works. Especially when you consider the vacuum of opportunity there is for the artists that are actually of the culture of that music.
Big shout out to Mac Miller and Eminem. Like,
shout out Mac. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Mac. Eminem. I'm not a big fan of his music, but I know he stood up for black people, so that's kind of cool.
White rappers who actually have love for the game. You don't see that no more. Like I said, anyway, I'm gonna do a video on why, like, white men, they need an Eminem in their life. Because, you know, if not, they're gonna be following around people like Charlie Kirk and all these other racist people. They don't have no cool dude to look up to. That's a whole nother video for itself, all right? So y'all stay tuned for that. But, yeah, you know, this is why as black people, we just kind of get on the fence with our things, because time and time again we see that black culture is a tool to get ahead, you know, and it's like you never even show love to where they started from. Now I want to talk about another white rapper, Jack Harlow. You know, I'm waiting on his pivot. You know, when he came out, I was like, okay, his music pretty cool. Then I just started seeing a lot of weird stuff. Let's watch. We're gonna watch a video.
Yeah, show me something.
Jack Harlow's music sucks, and so does his black set. Listen to how he speaks here. In specific, pay attention to how he says the word that.
You know, best case scenario is you can have all that and love.
In this clip, Jack Harlow displays what's called TH stopping. It's a trait in some dialects of American English where either of the T...
Hey, bro. Hey, this dude right here, bro, he know about, like, people faking their accents. So, you know what I'm saying? If he's saying this about Jack Harlow, it might mean he a culture vulture as well, all right?
I can't say that. I can't speak for this nigga, bro. I don't know who this nigga is, to be honest. The fact that he said this is called TH stopping, I've never heard of that shit until right now. Okay? Don't know who this young black man is, but you know, sure, if he's credible, he's fucking credible. I'll take it from Antonio.
TH sounds in English become a T or a D sound. It can exist in someone's speech for one of 2 reasons. Either they're from the Mid-Atlantic or the Great Lakes region where it's a part of the regional accent, or they're black because it's a part of AAVE. But Jack Harlow is neither of these things. Jack Harlow is a white person from Louisville, Kentucky. So let's compare his speech to another white person from Louisville, Kentucky. Listen to how she says there, this, and that without TH stopping.
So there's this genre of reel that I get like every month.
Another thing of note is that Jack Harlow tends to display non-rhoticity. When the R sound at the end of a word is dropped. You can hear that in how he says mirror as mirror.
Wear a V-neck and I look in the mirror, I feel a bit beta.
Non-rhoticity used to be very common in Southern American speech, but since the...
I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not fucked up about nothing Jack Harlow just said. Look at his body language, though.
In the mirror, I feel a bit beta.
Does that not seem like he's forcing a little bit? Oh, no, bro. See, like, now I feel like I'm doing too much, okay? Now I feel like I'm doing too much.
Mirror.
Wear a V-neck and I look in the mirror, I feel a bit beta.
That nigga don't seem genuine, bro. It seems like everything he just did from here to all the way here does not seem genuine to me. I don't know if that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really fucked up about a nigga, what a person's saying. I go off body language, bro. It look a little bit forced.
Non-rhoticity used to be very common in Southern American speech, but it's since seen a sharp decline since the end of the Civil War. And today, it's practically non-existent in the South's young white speakers, especially in an area as far north as Louisville. Really, the only people who maintain non-rhoticity in the South are black speakers. So it's very bizarre that a young white guy from Louisville, Kentucky is displaying non-rhoticity. Again, let's use Noah as our reference point for what young white Louisville English sounds like. Pay attention to how she doesn't display non-rhoticity in the words hours or
let's listen.
If you goon for an hour, you gooned for an hour. If you gooned for 10 hours, you have the experience of gooning for 10 hours.
This is why I always...
Wait, what is she...
What are we talking about? You're like, wait. Like, I need context. All I hear is gooning in hours. Who's gooning for an hour? Like, what are we doing? What are we talking about?
The white people doing black accents with, oh, they're from the South. We know what Southern white people sound like, and they don't sound like Jack Harlow. And again, like I mentioned in the Ariana Grande video, I don't think it's a coincidence that the guy who's doing this made a career of profiting off black art forms.
How y'all feel?
I'm confused, my nigga. I feel like I say hour as hour. She said hour just like how I would say hour. I'm confused, my nigga. He don't seem that credible to me.
About this though, man, the Post Malone method is for sure undefeated. It's guaranteed success. We done seen it multiple times. We're going to continue to see it. It's like I said, as black people, we're just so inviting. That's why if you see a white person dancing on TikTok, you're gonna see comments. Chill out now, white chocolate. You invited to the cookout.
Yes, I'm telling you, bro. I just fucking said that. Literally, black people as a community, we are very supportive, okay? We support anything that has to do with black culture. Keep it 1,000, bro. Come on now.
And it's like, slow your roll. Slow your roll. Like, they don't invite us to the country club. And look, there's nothing wrong with inviting some white people to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna invite any white person to the cookout, it's gonna be John Brown. You gotta embody the spirits of real niggas to get invited to cookouts, okay? They be just throwing them out left and right to the most unseasoned white people ever. Like,
man, bro, we ain't gonna really, yeah, okay. It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's only so much we can do about that whole white people getting into black spaces just to pivot back to that white shit. I mean, like I say, it seems like we're noticing it, but we're not doing shit about it. So why even fucking talk about it? Honestly, personally speaking. But I don't know. Shout out Antonio Speaks. You feel what I'm saying? Let's get into the next one.